Do you want to feel angelic? But really, at this time of the year, we want to feel cozy. Well, these are scents all year round. And for those that aren't as angelic as I am, these ones might be for you. Or if you are angelic, and let's face it, we love to be angelic. Hi, I'm Gabby and welcome back to another edition of The Fragrantician, where here on this channel we talk about nothing but fragrances. So if that's your jam, your bread and butter, your pancakes and syrup, your ham and eggs, your strawberries and cream, then I'm your girl. This edition, let me pop my teeth back in, we are talking about angelic scents. And what makes an angelic scent? Well, there's all forms of angelic scents, whether they're cozy and comforting, inviting, slightly dark, slightly sexy, but still angelic as ever. I think this time of the year, in the wintertime, and although it's sunny outside, it's got colder, but here in the UK, the temperatures, they fluctuate so much. Because of being in the Northern Hemisphere, we do have really, really cold winters. So if you're in somewhere in a part of the world where you've got what I call the Goldilocks effect, as I call it, you know, that right temperature, then you're quite lucky. Whereas here in the UK, in the Northern Hemisphere, we're not so lucky. We always talk about the weather here in the UK. Always. How are you? I'm good. How are you? Oh, the weather today, isn't it awful, or isn't it lovely? It's like a British institution, and sometimes I just despair. So let's get into it. First angelic fragrance that I'm talking about is one that was brought to my attention by Tammy Central. Oh, love her and her channel. Her and her friends and family are always in on the videos, and I just love them. And she spoke about this fragrance by Issey Miyake L'eau, and this is a recent addition. Because of her, I bought it, and I'm trying not to spray too much. I'm getting a little bit of blowback because of my fan in here, and that's just gone in my eye. Oh, lovely. So my eye has been fragrantized. That's not even a word. But Issey Miyake, now this is an aquatic water lily fragrance, essentially, and it was huge in the 90s and the noughties, the early noughts, and it's not really talked about now. It is an extremely floral bouquet, but it is aquatic. It has that water-like effect in it. It's a very atmospheric fragrance, I feel this is. And this is why I had to include this, because of the atmospheric feel it has to it, that aquatic feel. It's quite angelic and it's quite comforting. And you feel like, well, I do, that I feel like an angel is wrapping its arms around me when I wear this. And Richard loves it too. So Issey Miyake, the original one, Eau de Toilette, good performance. Actually, all of these, yeah. Oh, where's my? Yeah. All of these are good performers, moderate to good performers. There's no poor performers in here. So Issey Miyake L'eau. What I'm going to talk about is an oldie, but it is a goodie, and it is Noa by Cacharel. I was going to say musk then, because it has musk in it. You do have to like musk. I'm going to be so, I want to spray this, but the fan above me is, I'm 50 years old and I need a fan. I need a fan now at my age. I'm getting so hot. Put it down to hormones. I don't know. But anyway, let's just... This is going to blow back, isn't it? I can't smell it. There we go. I'm gonna spray these on skin. I'm gonna angicize it like Ange does with every fragrance. I am gonna smell. There's all different kinds here. Now this, you do have to like the musk, but it is that slight coffee note, and I don't like coffee, as you know. But on first spray, you do get a little douse of the alcohol in there, but as it dries down, it is a beautiful musk fragrance. Musk doesn't work for everybody, but I thought I didn't really like musk, but this is beautiful. This is an original formula from 1999, and it is gorgeous. Beautiful Noa by Cacharel. Now the next one I'm going to talk about is from the house of Guerlain, and they do some really good bangers, and this is a reformulated version, but I feel with Guerlain their reformulas aren't butchered too much like Dior or Mugler. Those, they really are butchered, the today's formulas. Sorry if you disagree, but there we go. But it is none other than Vol de Nuit by Guerlain. And this, let me tell you, I'm going to have to do a full review on the spray. The spray is on Guerlain fragrances. Oh, it's so beautiful. It's powdery. It's slightly sweet, slightly almondy feel. It has that Guerlain feel. And probably out of all the fragrances on this list, this is the softest projection, but it's nice, it's comforting, it's cozy. You could wear this all year round. And you know me, I don't do seasons. I'm not a seasonal fragrance lover. It's just not me. But if it's you, then you might think to yourself when you're wearing this, this isn't good for the winter. I want to wear this in the spring and summer, or vice versa. But let me tell you, it has, I don't know whether it's heliotrope or a little bit of galbanum, a little bit of freshness. I don't know the notes in this. It is just when you're curling up on the sofa and you want that lovely scent. This was, I was told recently by Lisa Crafter-Matic, who is a subscriber of mine. She is lovely. She likes old school as well, and she said that Diana Rigg, this was her signature scent, and it was also a signature of Katharine Hepburn years ago. A lot of you who are watching may not know who Katharine Hepburn is, or even Diana Rigg. Diana Rigg on Her Majesty's Secret Service, 1969, one of the best Bond films. I digress. But Guerlain Vol de Nuit, it is classic, it's timeless. Night flight. Is that, well, it's voleur is thief, is stolen night. It's kind of, that's what it translates to, stolen night. And it is a stolen night with your loved one. Vol de Nuit by Guerlain. The next one is, I had to include it because it's one of my signatures, although it isn't, I don't have a signature scent, and that is Pure Poison by Dior. To some, they who know me, there we go. It is absolutely breathtaking orange blossom with jasmine, sandalwood, white amber, a little bit of musk, bit of citrus in there, and it is a lovely pure ethereal floating on a cloud angelic scent that performs in the white cap version. And as you know, I have 2 backup bottles of this, smaller ones, but they're 2 backup bottles of this. This is the big 100 ml. This I don't need to overspray a lot. It is stunning and I love it all year round, but angelic, beautiful, comforting. It is like having a little guardian angel by your side in times of need. And that's what fragrance does for us as frag heads in the Fragcom community. Pure Poison by Dior. Now this next one is by the House of Dior, and it is the booziest out of the fragrances that I have, and it is Angelic Elixir. Not because I chose this fragrance because it has the name Angelic Elixir. I could have chosen Angel, but that's not really an angelic fragrance. That's misleading. Whereas this, which is a dupe or a clone of Angel's Share, smells like you're drinking a beautiful apple cognac brandy, apple calvados. There is no note of apple in this, but because of that brandy feel and the oak in there, that oak note that they've captured in this fragrance, it gives it some body, some depth. It performs well, and it is beautiful. Angelic Elixir. Now this next one is Mermaid Kisses by Shay and Blue, and this holds special memories of last year, and although it says mermaid on it, it could still be angelic. It is water lily with a little bit of apple and melon, and basically that's it. And it's just lovely. It's comforting, it's inviting, and it is a mermaid could be. Your mermaid could be like my angel. It is that by your side. I mean, by your side. It's when we are not feeling well, or we are feeling anxious or depressed or physical or emotional ailments, fragrances can really get you through. And this is one of the fragrances that really gets me through. And this is why it had to be in those angelic scents, because it gets me through. I do spray a lot of this, and I still got a little bit left. I've probably got about 4 mils left of this, so I need to repurchase this. And Shay and Blue Mermaid Kisses. It's beautiful. Now this next one is Love by Lush, and I chose this because I feel it could be a beautiful wedding scent. But Love, the name, it's comforting, and it's just so stunning. Lemon, bergamot, some jasmine in this. It's uplifting, it's brightening, it's an angel that glows. This fragrance glows. I'm gonna have to spray a little bit. Oh, I don't know what's happened to the sprayer. Oh my God, what's happened to the sprayer? Well, the sprayer is working, but it's not functioning properly. I could say something about that, but I won't. If you love a bergamot fragrance with that bright ylang ylang, which gives it some punch, this is for you. Love by Lush. The last three are very, very different to each other, but I had to include them in this category of angelic, beautiful, comforting fragrances because they fit in that category. This one I'm talking about is by Serge Lutens, and it is La Dompteuse encagee, and it is a recent buy for me, but let me tell you, it was a blind buy, and it was a good blind buy because it's frangipani, ylang ylang, and almond, and that is all it's in it. But there might be some other florals in there. But when I first sprayed this, it has like a sweet bubblegum feel for a few minutes, but then it dries down. And as it dries down, it is so pretty. It's one of the prettiest fragrances in my collection. So pretty. And when you think of the name La Dompteuse encagee, it means the cage tamer. So it's a bit of a spin on things. It's you want to be set free. Let that angel set you free. Do not be caged. This does not cage you. One thing though, the colour, look at that dark colour. I was not expecting that from this fragrance. It does perform as well. I wouldn't say it is the best performer out of the Serge Lutens fragrances, but it has moderate projection and it lasts for a good it actually lasts up to 8 hours on my skin, and my skin is quite dry. The projection is there for about 2 hours, so it has pretty good projection, and then it stays a bit more closer to the skin, but people will smell you, and I've had a few compliments from it, and it is like a comforting cuddle. The Frangipani. Now, when I thought about Frangipani, I thought I was erring on the side of caution, because I'm going to have to do a full review on this, aren't I? Let's just say the Frangipani in this isn't what you expect from a typical Frangipani. It's blended so well with the ylang ylang and the almondy feel. It's beautiful. It is not beachy. It's all year round. And I love it. Another winner. And Serge Lutens. Now I'm just pronouncing it Serge Lutens Fragrances. I had to think about that then. They just win for me. They work on my skin. There's still more I want to collect, because I only have about 6 in my collection. So I need to get some more. But anyway, back to this. Serge Lutens La Dompteuse, encagee, Angelic. This next one is a discontinued one. It is by the House of Karl Lagerfeld, and it is the Sun, the Moon and the Stars. Everyone and everything, we were all big into Sun, Moon and Stars in the 90s. And this is a Sophia Grossman, the perfumer behind this. She makes fragrances that are quite timeless and classic, and this is one of those. It's not a beast mode fragrance, but it still has good performance. You know me, I do like fragrances that do have at least moderate performance. So this does work. It has that peachy, slightly florally, bit of sandalwood. It is like you are floating on a cloud to the moon, sun, moon and stars. And finally, this one is what I call your really sexy little angel, and it is the sweetest out of all of my fragrances here. Yes, it is the sweetest actually. It is Flowerbomb, the Nectar version by Viktor and Rolf. You get that boom feeling of that gunpowdery feel, but it's not too metallic at all, and I don't really like metallic scents. So I was a bit wary, but then you get the sap, yes, the syrupy sweet sap of the flowers in this. White florals, and I don't know, I feel like a purple floral in here as well. And it is vanillic as well, sweet, decadent, syrupy, a little sexy sweet angel. Strong performance, strong projection, long longevity. And this is the biggest version, and I'm so glad I have it in my collection. Love it. And it is so angelic, but sweet, sexy. Flowerbomb, Nectar by Viktor and Rolf. So that was my perfect 10. Angelic, comforting, get you through the tough times fragrances. What's yours? What's your fragrance that you would consider as an angelic fragrance, that is an angel cocooning you and feeling part of you? Comment down below. So you've been watching another edition of The Fragrantician. Always remember, don't follow the crowd. Let the crowd follow you. Be an example in this oh so fickle world. Till the next time, I'll see you in the next edition. Bye for now.